Howdy, 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 everybody. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. So today, unfortunately, man, I'm by myself today. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good today, man. It's a good day. It's a good day, right? My man Corey is currently on vacation at the moment. He went home. He went home to to look for his friends and family, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely big shout out to him. Um big shout out to Corey. Um as you know, the We Bought That Fish Life channel is no more. So, but I still got love for my man Mike. Talk to him today, man. My man has actually hit that 10K sub. So definitely big shout out to you, Mike, man. Keep on grinding, homie. Keep on pushing, man. Like you always say, the stars is the limit. You know what I'm saying? So keep on grinding, man. Animal, what's going on, homie? Nice to have you inside here, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Like I was just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually here by myself tonight. My man Corey is on vacation, so he's coming back from Memphis, actually. Carl, what up with you, boy? Welcome, Carl. Welcome in the building, baby. Good to have y'all, man. Good to have y'all stepping through, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Much love, much love. So we're just gonna wait just for a few more minutes, man, till everybody actually, kind of come in a little bit, man, and then actually go ahead and actually get started in what I'm actually going to get started in. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, man, definitely want to give a big shout out to Mike, man. My man hit that 10K, boy. So he doing his thing, bro. So big shout out to you, Mike, and congrats again, homie. Congrats again on that 10K, man. I know it ain't easy, bro. A lot of hard work, man. A lot of dedication, a lot of time spent. So definitely big shout out to you again, big homie. Oh man, my phone is going off here. Trying to keep everything intact. So pretty much, so we got Animal inside here, man. We got Car inside here so far. We see a few more people going up. The chat is going up. We got 9 people inside here so far. So if y'all inside here watching, man, y'all just come on through, say what's up, man. What's up with your boy? All right. Oh man, please don't stop, man. This R1 over here going crazy, man. And I don't got time. This fish that jumped out the tank on me last week, man. I'm telling you, like, man, one of my homeboys came over, man, and he walked past the tank, and I guess he kind of like spooked him, man. Next thing I know, man, I'm actually picking up this fish off the floor, man. I'm talking straight muscle, man. Patrick, what's going on with you, homie? How you doing, man? Appreciate you for coming through, Patrick, man. Showing some love, man. Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay. I need everybody to say yes. Give me a thumbs up, or let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. Corco, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate you coming through. Man. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. Okay, good. Thank y'all again, man. So, like I said, just to reiterate what I said earlier, man. Corey's on vacation. He's coming back from Memphis right now. So, he couldn't be on the live, of course. And, said my man Mike, he's probably at work, but We Bought That Fish Life is no more. So, pretty much doing our own thing. But we're still cool, though. You know what I'm saying? We're still cool, man. And congrats again to Mike that hit that 10K, man. But everybody's there, man. So like I said, the gang is coming through. So I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming through, man. Appreciate it. So pretty much with me, what's going on in the fish room lately, man. I'm over there, man. A big yawn a while ago. Pretty much what's going on in the fish room, man. I got some stuff that's actually going through my brain right now. What I'm gonna do. Still working on the parrot cichlid tank. I'm probably gonna get maybe about 2 more fish to put inside there, and then make it a complete tank. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'm not going to touch my 150 African cichlid tank. I think that tank is filled with fish, man, and it's doing good. No issue right there. That tank is beautiful. No death, no tragedy, so that's good. Miss Estelle Davis, what's going on? Good evening, Deacon Troy. Thank you for coming in, Miss Estelle Davis. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much, man. You told me you was going to be on, and you came on. Thank you. Thank you. The 300-gallon tank. I got a rescue. I got a rescue, man. It's an Oscar. I had a rescue, and I had to watch it for a few days. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's good and everything. So he's in the tank right now. Good fish. The guy was going to give it back to the pet store, and I'm like, man, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Miss Estelle. I was like, man, don't give it back to the pet store, man. You know what I'm saying? Because probably somebody who's going to buy it and then mistreat it, probably have it killed, or maybe put it in like a smaller tank that, it don't deserve to be in. So I said, I'll take it off your hand, man. And he actually give it to me for free. So that's what's going on in the 300-gallon tank. Still got the 2 catfish. They're good. The arowana, couldn't think of the name. The arowana, man, he's eating like a champ, man. He's doing pretty good as well. The 3 Oscars are good. The Vieja is good, man. And the Jaguar cichlid, yeah, he's starting to, I don't want to say be a problem, but he's starting to, you want to say become a tank boss. Become a tank boss. You know what I'm saying? So he's starting to become a tank boss. As far as this tank go right here, don't have any issue with this tank. And Patrick, if you're still on, like we talked about yesterday, yes, the little thing that we have right here, where is it? Right here, the little ammonia thing, it actually went all the way back down to safe. And we're gonna actually talk about that too, family. So that's kind of weird to me. I think I heard about it before. It's called a false positive, but we're gonna talk about that in a second. But as far as this tank go, man, these boys are eating like a champ. You know what I'm saying? They eating shrimp, they eating squid, they eating clams. There's nothing that these guys won't eat or don't eat, especially the lionfishes, man. Especially these guys in the back. They just a monster. They just eat. So those guys are doing pretty good, pretty good. As far as the pufferfish tank goes, those guys are just, man. It's like, family, I love that tank, man. That tank, I think, is starting to become one of my favorite at the moment. It's just like, yo, that tank is, I don't know, man. It's like the both of them inside there, it's just so fun to watch. Like, okay, so like yesterday I fed them some clams, right? So after I put a clam inside there, the porcupine puffer, he went to the clam and he bite a piece off, right? And then the dog face went over, he bite another piece off the same clam. So the porcupine bite piece off, the dog face bite piece off, the porcupine went back and bite piece off, the dog face went back and bite. I'm like, there's like other clams in the tank. So it's like, you get a bite, I get a bite. You get a bite, I get a bite. And it was just so funny, man. It was just so hilarious to see there, to actually me standing there and watching both fish share one clam. And it was no aggressiveness, man. It was no fighting, man. And it was just a sight to see. Like, man, if the fishes can live in harmony, like, yo, why can't we live in harmony? It was so funny. Animal said make it a trio, fam. Animal, you're right, man. I do have a narrow line puffer inside this tank, and I am thinking about putting them inside the other tank because one thing, okay, so like I knew that puffers are messy eater, but I didn't know that there was that much of a messy eater. And when I tell you, bro, they like when I say messy, bro, it's like messy. So once they finish eating, I have to go in with like a net, right? And I have to like kind of stir up the bottom light so all the free floating particles start rising, and I got to go ahead and catch it out with the net. So it's kind of like they eat it, they spit it out, and they suck it back in. And when they spit it out, all the little small particles that they don't really catch just kind of like start floating. I'm like, man. So I don't want those particles to get like trapped in like between the rocks and just sit there and spike the ammonia, day after day. And so it's like, yeah, them fishes are messy eaters. So I wanted to get a small fish and put back inside there, so it can be my cleanup crew, because unfortunately I cannot put any type of shrimp or crab, no type of crustaceans, no snails, because it's gonna be dinner. So unfortunately, I'm probably gonna I ain't gonna say unfortunately, I want to put a small fish inside there that's gonna be my cleanup crew. And what other fish rather than the narrow line puffer, which is another puffer that I initially want to put inside there. So I'm probably gonna do that sooner or later. But as of right now, man, I just enjoy them two fishes inside there, man. It just bring me so much joy, family, and it's so crazy, man. After Patrick, as to Patrick, as to the ammonia thing, it could definitely be a false positive. And Patrick, I believe you're actually right, bro. So family, so what's going on is yesterday, man, I did a water change, right? I did a water change on pretty much all my tanks down here, fresh water and salt water. Okay. So all my tanks down here, family, it has the this sort of ammonia thing right here. The ammonia checker, right? So this is what happens. So with all the freshwater tanks, everything remains stable, right? Everything remains stable, everything remains good. But as for the saltwater tanks, it's like the ammonia rise. I'm talking about it rise. So I'm a little bit concerned, because with the freshwater tank, it did not rise. Everything stays stable. Now I'm talking about from the same water source. So I use tap water, right? So I'm gonna get one of them RO system type thing, and try to create my own RO water. But of course, I got to wait for some bread to get in to go ahead and try to do that. So anyway, like I was saying, the ammonia, as per the reader, rises in the saltwater tank, but not the freshwater tank, right? Now, remind you, this is the same water source that it's coming from. So my thing is, if the freshwater ammonia rise, the saltwater ammonia rise, then the freshwater ammonia should rise, right? Same water source. So if I'm adding in ammonia in the tank from the tap water, both ammonia, fresh and salt, should rise. But to my surprise, it was only the saltwater ammonia rise. So that was about yesterday. I'm gonna say about between like 3 and 4 o'clock, and it's like, what I'm saying, it went back down. So as of right now, today, I'm looking at it right now, and it's back in the yellow zone. It wasn't too bad. It was in the 0.2 parts per million, which is 2 parts per million. So it wasn't like toxic, but it was like, it went from yellow, right, to safe, to kind of like yellowish blue. I'm like, why did it did that after a water change? And it wasn't even like a big water change. It was like probably, I'm gonna say a third on this tank, because of course big guys, and I feed them pretty well. The dog face tank, I maybe took up about, I'm gonna say about 25%, a quarter, and that happened over there too. So like I said again, I'm not sure what happened or what causes that, to be honest. So but Patrick is right. I am going to go ahead and actually get my tap water checked to see if it has the ammonia that's inside the tap water. And like you said yesterday too, it could be that my freshwater tank are more established. So once that water hit that tank, the bacteria immediately convert, you know what I'm saying, that ammonia. Just immediately wipes it out. While the freshwater, I mean, they are established, but not as established as the freshwater tanks. So, Car, if you have any information on that, homie, definitely go ahead and actually let me get a couple comments, man. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. All right. Animal said he liked that dog face puffer. Yeah, man, that thing is beautiful, man. I fell in love with it too, man. And the funny thing is, Animal, when he was at the store, bro, he was in like a little, I would say maybe a 30 gallon, and he was just sitting on the sponge filter, man. I'm talking no interaction, no nothing, man. You gotta like touch him for him to move. You know, so it was looked so sad and depressed, to be honest with you. And I went ahead, man, and got him. Ever since I brought him home, like even right now, he's still swimming and he's still moving, and he's been nonstop interaction with a porcupine puffer, man. They're just like two peas in a pod, you know. And I just love it, man. It just makes me so happy, man. It just gives me so much joy. So pretty much that's what's been going on in my fish room. No casualties. You know, everything's good. I got two new fish, the Oscar and the Dogface. Animal said he was depressed. And bro, you're actually right, bro. I think that fish was going through some type of depression. It could be depression. It could be bad water quality. It could be you know, just a smaller tank that he's in. He feel confined. It could be, you know, I mean, the list goes on, right? But ever since I brought him home and I acclimated him to my tank, it's like within, I'm gonna say maybe 7 to 10 minutes, man, the fish was up. I put a mussel inside there, man, and he was eating the mussel, man. I'm like, bro, ain't waste no time. You know, normally you get a brand new fish home, right? You know what I'm saying? You get a brand new fish home. He's in the corner, scouring, hiding, you know, acting timid. But man, I put him inside there, bro, and I'm telling you, like 5 to 7 minutes, bro was up about, swimming, eating, doing his thing. All right. So now that we got that out the way, there's something I want to talk about, man. And y'all seen the topic, man. Y'all seen the topic, infection by fish tank. And when I saw this video on Facebook, I mean not Facebook, YouTube, it kind of puzzled me, man. It kind of puzzled me, like, huh? So I went ahead, man, and I looked it up. Man. I watched it because I want to see what this is about. I want to see what type of infection you can catch from a fish tank. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna actually, I'm gonna go ahead and actually share the screen. We're gonna watch the video together, and then of course we're gonna talk about it. All right. And if y'all got any inputs, man, hey, go ahead and drop your inputs, man. I would love to hear what you guys think, and I would love to hear what you guys actually think about, you know what I'm saying, infection by a fish tank. All right. So let me go ahead and try to get the screen up and running. And give me 1 second. Yes. Let's see here. Wait a second. Let me find this. Okay. Now, some of y'all probably has actually seen this already, but if you do, let me know. And if not, like I said again, we can definitely talk about it, man. So we're gonna definitely play this this video right here.
Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting, and actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on.
Most people in the aquarium hobby are familiar with its more common health risks, things like palytoxin or stings from bristleworms or even the venomous spines on a rabbitfish. But I bet most people have never heard of what I caught from my tank. So the story starts several months ago with these painful nodules on my forearm. They were about an inch or two in diameter, warm, red. I saw several doctors, none of whom were real sure what they were, but the general consensus was that it was some type of inflammation that would improve with steroids. So I completed a short course of prednisone, and they did indeed resolve about 2 months after they first started. Shortly thereafter, however, I developed this painful swelling along the back of my hand and wrist. It significantly limited my movement and caused dramatic swelling. I got an MRI which showed marked inflammation around the tendons in this area, a condition called tenosynovitis. I then saw a really excellent orthopedic surgeon who said that this could have happened entirely on its own. It could have been the result of something like an autoimmune condition, or it could have been secondary to some type of rare infection. Almost as an afterthought, he asked me, "You don't have a fish tank, do you, by any chance?" And I said to him, "Yes, as a matter of fact, I do." So the only way to free up the tendons was to go in surgically and remove all this inflamed scar tissue, which could then be sent for culture. I got the results a few weeks later, which confirmed an infection with something called Mycobacterium marinum.
Mycobacterium.
So Mycobacterium marinum is a rare infection that lives in saltwater or occasionally freshwater environments. It's super slow growing and usually causes these chronic infections that can last months or sometimes even years if left untreated. It's notoriously difficult to isolate, and oftentimes the source isn't identified definitively. In the aquarium hobby, infections usually follow periods of livestock deaths, and this is exactly what happened to me. Earlier this year, I lost a bunch of anthias in QT, which at the time I didn't think much of, but now I figure that that's probably when I caught the infection. So here's the good news. This infection is super rare, usually less than 1,000 cases per year in the entire United States. There are professional aquarists who go their entire careers without ever even hearing of this infection. But the bad news is that also means that most doctors are not going to think of it. So I think it's really important that members of the aquarium community know what to look for. So the infection usually manifests itself in just one extremity, typically the forearm of the dominant hand. It starts as these multiple tender skin nodules, often in a linear distribution. At this point, it either resolves or it dives in deep into the tendons and bones and other deep structures in the limb. If I had caught it before it progressed to this stage, I likely could have saved myself the surgery. The antibiotics for this infection are pretty extensive, typically 2 or 3 medications for many months. My regimen is 3 antibiotics for 9 to 12 months.
Wow.
So don't be worried. You'll probably never hear of Mycobacterium marinum again. But if you or another hobbyist experiences these symptoms, particularly after losing some livestock, get checked out by a doctor. It might save you a year of antibiotics and some serious physical therapy. So that's it for this video. If you feel I've earned it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and you can really help get this video in front of more eyes by dropping me a comment. So thanks so much for watching, and more to come soon.
Wow. So, yeah, that right there, family, is just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So my man said he was on a year worth of antibiotics, right? Which I'm like, a year worth of antibiotics, right? That's just crazy, man. So he said that I can't even pronounce it. So pretty much that type of bacteria, that type of infection is mainly found in saltwater tank, right? And I'm assuming reef tanks, because he did have a reef tank as well, right? And he said a couple of his amphibians, corals, was dying. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got a reef tank. Now the question is, I don't remember if he said he had like an open sore, like a cut, a scratch, whatever that was on his hand that would actually cause the bacteria to get inside of his hand, right? But nevertheless, he said it's in salt water as well as occasionally found in fresh water. Now, my thing is, I got both, right? And some of you guys out there got both as well. So it's kind of like crazy. Like, we're dealing with an infection that could possibly cause an amputee. Okay. Now, what as to what Animal said, I see a video where a man cut his thumb on a glass top, right? It got infected all the way to the bone. It almost had to be amputated, shaking my head. Animal, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. And it's crazy to the point that, okay, we all like these, these hobbies, right? I mean, we all like these hobbies. And sometimes we do get a little scratch, you do get a little scrape, get a little cut, a little nick every once in a while that we even unaware of, right? And sometimes, we're doing a water change, man, not knowing or not thinking like, I'm saying, let me go ahead and take this piece of driftwood out. Let me, move these rocks around, or let me get my net to scoop out this dead fish. And then, your finger or whatever part of your hand, elbow, whatever, may go ahead and just be in that water, not realizing that you got a scratch or a cut. Now that body part is exposed to what's in the water, right? So that bacteria now have access to your body, right? So that bacteria now goes in your bloodstream, man. It's in your tissues, it's in your tendons, you know what I'm saying? And to how deep that cut or that scratch is, man, you're talking about, bro, we can lose a entire arm, like if the tank is deep, right? And you're reaching all the way down, or you're talking about amputating a whole arm, half an arm, bro, and even fingers, bro. Like maybe even fingers, man. Because like I said again, sometimes like you don't know, bro. You can have like a hangnail. You know what I'm saying? Like just a simple everyday hangnail, bro. A hangnail that you're thinking nothing of. You go to clean your tank or move something inside your tank, and next thing you know, you end up with a swollen finger, a swollen hand, and it's now like you're probably inside a hospital fighting for your life, man. Just it all happened just over a fish tank, man. It's I don't even know how to say it, man, or how to put it, because sometimes it can even be, and it don't even have to be on your arm, even though your arm is like the most common place it would actually happen. But what if it like the arm, you water splash from your tank to your leg, man, you know what I'm saying, your toes or wherever. Like, we gonna get on to that. Let me see what these comments are saying. Alan Youth said, wow, girls love it. That's crazy. Yeah, you ain't lying. Miss Estelle Davis, wow, be careful, Troy. Miss Estelle, you're right. You're right, man. I try not to put my hand in these tanks unless I have to. And even when I have to be real careful, especially with this tank right here, because these fishes, man, you don't want to get stung by one of these fishes. It's just, yeah. So, Animal said it would be crazy to have to get an arm amputated because of a fish tank. My man, look, listen, bro. You're right. Absolutely right. And like I was saying before, maybe not even an arm, maybe a leg, maybe your entire foot, because like you can have a scratch from your foot, bro. Like you can just be walking in your house, man, probably hit your knee against the doorpost, or trip over something, and just nick your foot, right? You go downstairs, you're thinking nothing of it, man. You're gonna do some water changes, man. You're gonna feed your fishes, man. And depending on the type of fish that you have, some fish are smackers. They smack that water. You know what I'm saying? Your peacock bass, your arowanas, your Oscars, man, the big boys. You know what I'm saying? So they smack that water, man. Water splash. You know what I'm saying? Water drip on your foot. You know what I'm saying? Your shorts or whatever. It run down to that neck. Next thing you know, a few days afterwards, you're like, man, my leg don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hit it. I didn't I hit against the this doorpost, but you ain't thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of like, you brush it off. And the pain got so bad, now it's swollen. You can't walk, you can't drive. You know what I'm saying? You in the ER, they're trying to figure out what's going on. Little do you know, man, like that bacteria that's living inside a tank, inside of water columns, man, got into your foot. The water itself just got on your foot, man, and next thing you know, bro, you in the ER, man, on a whole bunch of antibiotics, a whole bunch of stuff they're trying to combat, man. I mean, who knows? I didn't hear the dude said if he had any type of like fever, any type of like, headaches or whatnot. I know he said he did have pain, right? His hand was swollen, right? They had to cut his arm, man, go in, take out all that inflamed tissue, man. I'm like, bro, like, from having a fish tank, man, like, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? Yeah, man. I know a fish tank, right? A fish tank, man, it's a beautiful thing. When you got it set up the way you want it to be set up, right? When it's you got all your corals, man. If you're in salt water, you got all your shrimp, your crustaceans, man. You know what I'm saying? All your snails, your flowers, or whatever you got, man. And it's just like, you're like, yeah, I did that. You come home from work, you chilling in the fish room, doing what you do, man. Looking at your tanks, enjoying your tanks. And next thing you know, bro, 2 weeks later, you're in the ER with your foot up, with your hand up. They're talking about doing all type of surgery. I'm like, is it worth it though? You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is just one scratch. That's it. Just one scratch for your for that water to get into your bloodstream, and it's like it could be downhill from there. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And I've never actually dealt with somebody or known somebody that actually have this disease, this infection. I never known somebody that has it. And all I'm saying is that's just crazy, because most of us got MTS, right? We got multiple tank syndrome, and we got plenty of tanks, man. You know what I'm saying? And like the dude said, it's not only in freshwater, and then not only in saltwater, but freshwater as well. You got your African cichlid tank, all right. You got your Central and South American cichlid tanks, all right. You got your you got your live bearer tanks, your mollies, your guppies, you know what I'm saying, all them guys, man. And like I said, it's kind of like just one scratch, man. It's one scratch. And my thing is, man, like, I don't know if it's worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you didn't spend so much time, money, and effort in these tanks. And just to have an arm amputated off, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. All he put. And not to mention how much the what would you say? The cost, right? The cost is gonna be for the for the surgery. So imagine this. So not only you got to go through surgery, right? But now we're talking about the excuse me, my dryer is going off. So now we're talking about the financial attribute behind it. Okay. So now we're talking about hospital bill, right? No, let's break up the hospital bill. We're talking about the admission, right? We're talking about medication. Okay. We're talking about like the surgery itself. I'm trying to see if there's any more thing that would be related to it. Okay, but that's what I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, the medications, the surgery, and the hospital stay itself, and depending on how bad the surgery is, if you gotta like I say, if you gotta probably get the arm or foot taken off, or if it's just maybe a simple surgery to where they go in and just take out, the stuff, I'm saying. And Animal, you're right. After surgery, you're right, if need be. Thank you. The after surgery, if need be. So it's kind of like, yeah, after surgery, like it could be weeks, it could be months of therapy. So like my man said, he was on antibiotics for 9 months, almost a year, right? Almost a full year, my man has been on antibiotics for. I'll be honest with you, man. I ain't trying to be on no antibiotics for no year. You know what I'm saying? Some people, man, they like to party. They like to, drink and go and have fun, this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. But if you're on antibiotics, you can't do none of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can't have fun. I ain't saying you can't go out. But for those of us, or those of you guys who drink, I mean, you can't do it. You're on medication. Depending on how serious is that medication too. I mean, it could be amoxicillin, it could be penicillin. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Right? And it just depends on the also depends on, like I said before, how bad the therapy is after that. How aggressive, how many times a week, how much time per week you got to go to therapy. 3 times a week, 2 times a week, 4 times a week, every other day. Like, bro, is it? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know. But it's like your passion mixed with trauma. Your passion mixed with trauma. Like, you're between a rock and a hard place, because nobody wants to be given that option as to, okay, so we're going to have to take this leg. We have to take this leg, man. Can't save it. Too late. Too far gone. Or, yeah, you're going to lose this right hand, man. Especially those of us who are, I mean, it don't even matter if you're right-handed, left-handed, whichever hand is your dominant hand, that's the hand that you're going to most be using, right? If you're left-handed, you're going to be go ahead using your left-handed most time because that's your dominant hand. Same thing with your right? So would you want to lose your left hand or your right hand? It don't matter. I say neither. Yeah. Hey, I want to keep both. You feel me? 10 fingers, I don't want to lose none. I'd rather keep all 10. You know what I'm saying? I was born with all 10. When you bury me, I want to be buried with all 10. So, but it's just crazy, man. And if the infection, let's just say you don't catch it in time and it spreads to your bone, it spreads to your blood cell, man. Like, it's in your blood. Now it's like, bro, you're talking about a life and death situation, right? Silver Creek, what's up with you, man? How you feeling, man? Thank you for coming on, Tommy. Tommy, we're talking about infection by fish tank. Pretty much, there's a certain infection, there's certain bacteria that lives in saltwater tank mainly, but it is occasionally found in freshwater tank as well. And we're talking about, if you catch an infection from your fish tanks, all right. And the animal has been here the entire time. So as Miss Estelle and I think Patrick is still on. Girls Lover and a few other dudes, right? So we're talking about, like, let's just say you nick your finger, you nick your arm, wherever, you don't think nothing of it, right? You go to do some water change, man. You go to move some stuff around in your tank, dip your hand in the tank, and forgot you had an open sore, open cut, open wound, and now that thing becomes infected. I can say you don't really think nothing of it, and now we're talking about the possibility of losing an arm or a foot, fingers, needing surgery, and depending on how bad the surgery is, after the surgery, needing therapy. Okay, so I need y'all to give me y'all thoughts, man. What do y'all think about it? Silver Creek, go ahead and drop it, man. Like, give me your comments. Animal, go ahead and give me your comments, man. Matter of fact, everybody who can right now, if you're not at work, if you can, if you can just write, let's go ahead and give me your comments, man. Like, what do you think of it? Like, is it worth it? Right? Is it worth having plenty of tanks, which satisfies you, right? It calms you down. It's what you do, it's what you like, it's what you love, right? But to catch an infection from any of these aquariums, fresh or salt, right? Fresh or salt, like, right on. Yeah, there's a certain disease, etc., to the age out of the birds too, like pigeon keeping can lower your life expectancy. Wow, did not know that. Did not know the Silver Creek. You just taught me something a while ago. Did not know that. So yeah, wow. Yeah. Did not know that. So now we're talking about your passion, something that you are passionate about that can actually put you, for one, it can lower your life expectancy, like my man Tommy said. For two, it can actually give you a wicked type of infection, wicked type of disease. Now we're talking about cutting off body parts, right? Talking about amputating, your hands, your fingers, your legs, arms. You're in the hospital, it costing you thousands of dollars, money, and more money, plus medication, plus therapy, right? And it's kind of like, man. Now, for those of us who got a spouse, right? Husbands, wives, fiancés. Now it's kind of like we're putting the pressure on our spouses because now they're the one that's going to have to pretty much do everything. Think about it. If you come home, man, with one arm all wrapped up, you can't take a shower like you want to take a shower, right? You can't cook like you want to cook. You can't, man, it's just a part. Missed an arm, you're still the man, woman you were before, coming from an amputee. Silver Creek, you're right. You're right, bro. However, your life changes. Okay, I believe you're still the same person, but sometimes, bro, depression sets in. Think about it. Sometimes depression sets in, and sometimes of who you are, it takes a while to get over that depression, right? Now you become what's the word I'm looking for? Not inferior, but like when people start looking at you and what's the word I'm looking for, man? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When like you don't want to go out, you don't want to people, he's staring at me, she's staring at me. I don't want to say sensitive, but it's along that term. I think it's not worth it if you catch an infection, but well worth it to be able to keep and watch your fish thrive as well as the therapeutic aspect of it. Animal, 100% agree with you, bro. Honestly, I'm with you on that. Yep, kids, family, spouse, taking care of things is definitely a mindset. I try to keep it simple and as possible. Creek, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But like I said again, bro, think about it. Some of us are able to get over some stuff easily. Okay, with different people, right? Me and you, with different people, we can connect on some levels, deeper than some. Me and Animal, same people. Like we all different, but like sometimes we connect different. So to some people, it's like just the arm, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at this guy right here. You know, some people it's just the arm, right? And it's like, okay, they get over it. No big deal, right? But to some people, it's like, bro, I'm missing an arm. No, I gotta go on disability. I can't work. I can't, do what I'm supposed to do. Some people takes it and they handle it different. Now they all stressed out, right? You follow me now? Now, so it leads into from one thing to another thing. Now they're talking about it's affecting their finances, right? So now you can't pay the bills, you can't pay the mortgage, you can't pay the rent, right? You got car notes, you got light bill, water bill, gas bill, internet, phone, and the list goes on. Okay. So while some may accept it and go on with it easily, some people it's a life-changing thing. Right. I know other people in my position that just don't deal with life as well. And I'm far off from figuring it out myself. Okay. And bro, you're right. I mean, me personally, okay, me. This is us, Troy talking. All right. Some stuff I can handle, some stuff I can deal with. Okay. But some stuff is just like, man, God, I'm gonna need you to take the wheel on this one because I can't do this by myself. You know what I'm saying? You start to become inferior. You start to, question life, question God. Like, why me? You know what I'm saying? I didn't did everything good. I'm this, that, and the third. And it's like, why me, man? All right. Now, Miss Estelle, some people can't take it. Some can. Absolutely right, Miss Estelle. We all different. Like I said, we all different. We all different people. So some may able to smooth through it, breeze. Some may not. Okay. Some is just not going to do it the way it's supposed to be done. Miss y'all going in live together. Saltwater hobby is depressing. Okay, so Brian, what we're really just a quick recap. Not going to go over everything in details, but what we're really talking about, Brian, is okay. So we're talking about I played this video. You can actually look at this guy, Bacon Space Cove on YouTube. He caught an infection from his saltwater tank, right? So we're pretty much talking about infection. As you can see, the topic infection by fish tank. Pretty much, if you have like an open sore, you don't know that you got a cut, maybe a little scratch over the neck. You didn't really take nothing off it. You go downstairs to feed some fish, do some water changes. This, that, on the third, and next thing you know, man, you got a infection, and your arm starts swelling up. You go to the hospital, they got you on antibiotics, possibly talking about, you know what I'm saying, cutting your arm off or doing surgery and this, that, on the third. And so that leads from one thing to another thing. So pretty much that's what we was talking about. Have a great night, Troy. I've been working nonstop for the last 2 days. Oh, man. Bro, I feel you, bro. Definitely get some rest, my man. You can definitely catch the recap, man. Definitely catch the recap. But yeah, so like I was saying, man, it's like And it's not only affecting you as well, it's affecting your loved ones, your daughters, man, your sons. You know what I'm saying? It's affecting so many aspects and areas of your life, right? Now, especially if you are one that I'm going to say don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to use the term living paycheck to paycheck, but we know life is real out there. All right, let's keep it honest. Life is real. And some of us sometimes between a rock and a hard place, man. And we kind of live paycheck to paycheck from one time to another. All right, it happens. So, and if that happened within that time, kind of like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do? I'm I was doing a water change on one of my tanks Friday, and I made a mistake and sucked in some salt, sucked in sucked in some water, trying to get flow through the hose so the water could drain. I haven't felt right since. Now, animal, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I used to do that. The whole try to siphon it and and create a suction. I used to do it, so I know what you're talking about. And plenty of times, man, we as fish keeper, we taste that nasty fish water. Yeah, and it ain't good, bro. It ain't taste good. Sometimes it ain't even smell good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you. And that is why I went, man, and I got this little pump off of Amazon. A nice little suction pump, man. It sucks water from these two holes right here and the vent right here. You put your siphon on it, man, drop it in the tank and plug it in, man. And you know, sucks the water up and spit it out through the hose, man. And that is that. I've actually got two. I've got one that you can use like a garden hose too. You just drop it in a tank and it sucks it up. So yeah, I used to do that as well. So I know exactly what you're talking about. But normally, animal, when you do that, man, I try to induce vomiting. Try to stick my finger down my throat, man, trying to throw up. And it also depends on how much water you accidentally swallow. It could be a mouthful, it could be a few drops. It just all depends. It all depends, man. I did that to my saltwater tank before it was salty. Yeah, Car, I've been there too, bro. Like I said to you and Animal, I've been there, bro. Try to create that siphon and not paying attention and got a mouthful of fish water. Yeah, definitely not a good taste. But I think, honestly, I think every, I'm gonna say maybe intermediate. From intermediate to intermediate to advanced fish keeper has done that before, one time or another, bro. You talking to somebody, your buddy, you're watching something on TV, man, and like water, just like, yeah, bro. I've been there, so I know, car, I know animal. What y'all talking about? Tommy, you've been there too, right? Silver Creek, yep. Yeah, man, it definitely ain't a good taste. And then you got that aftertaste in your mouth for like the rest of the day. You're trying to get that aftertaste out. You're trying to brush your teeth. You're trying to drink some soda. You're trying to drink some juice, mouthwash. It's like, man, that aftertaste it lingers for a while. It lingers for a while. I threw up my guts. I threw my guts up. Man, I I have a pump. I just what? Just forget to use it. Just forget about it. When it comes to, let me go see what's wrong with this machine, man. Give me 1 second, all right? I'll be right back. Yeah. So yeah, animal. So what, man? Did you, like I said, did you forget that you had the pump? Did you forget to, you know what I'm saying, plug it up? Or like what happened? What happened? I can say for me, when it comes on to water changes, that pump has been my friend. That pump is my best friend, man. And like I said, that's probably the reason why I went ahead and bought two. To keep it 100 with you. Probably why I went ahead and bought two, man, because yeah, I'm not doing that again. And I've done it more than one time. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's keep it a buck. Moving too fast, and forget to use it. That happens. That happens. Well, that would happen to me if I'm not focused. Like if I'm down here, man, wife hollering my name, I'm trying to focus and do what I gotta do. Yeah, I can see that happening. But for me, I've gotten so used to it now that hey, where my pump at? You know what I'm saying? I keep my hose and my pump in one spot. So anytime I'm ready for them, I know exactly where they are. Go to it, get it, do what I gotta do, get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. So yeah, man. Like I said, man, back to the topic, and I hope you. Matter of fact, I hope you feel better, bro. I hope you feel better, man. Now, if it's been going on for, you said since Friday. Okay, Friday and today's Sunday. Okay, so I'm gonna say, bro, you got a whole day Saturday. No, yeah, you got a whole day Saturday. All right. So if by tomorrow, I'm gonna say about midday, you don't feel good, bro, hit that doctor up and make that phone call. Go to the ER. Do what you got to do, homie. All right. Don't sit there and be like, yeah, it ain't serious, man. Nah. Let the doctor determine that. You feel me? Let the doctor see what's going on. Let the doctor actually make that decision, make that call. You feel me? Last thing, man, we don't want no bad news, man. We don't want no bad news. So, like I said, let the doctor make that call. Let the doctor make that decision as far as, yeah, you fine, or man, we got to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, please, please, please. Let the doctor make that decision, man. Let the doctor make that call. All right. So yeah, if like I said, if that's what I would do. So I would do. Like I said, I've swallowed tank water before, but it never really got to that particular point of it going on almost 2 days and I'm still feeling sick. You know what I'm saying? If that be the case, I would definitely go ahead, man, and go to the doctor and make that decision. Do what they gotta do. Make that phone, make that call. Miss Estelle also agree with you. She said yes. Still, yeah. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say on that, bro. All right. But like I said, man, back to the the topic, like I think what Animal said earlier. Mickey D, what's going on with you, Mickey? How you feeling, man? Thank you for coming through, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I would definitely go ahead and let the doctor make that decision. But like I said again, pretty much, man, we as fish keepers, man, we just got to be careful. We just got to don't move too fast. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful. Just got to take it slow and easy because, like I said, even a simple hangnail, right? If it's depending on how far deep or exposed it is, because, like I said, we're not thinking off it, hanging in the tank, doing what you got to do. A couple of days, you spike a fever. This, that, and the third, yada, yada. Next thing you know, they're talking about taking a finger off, an arm off, a leg, a foot, a toe. And we ain't having that around here. All right. So we as fish keepers, then we just got to be careful. Got to be mindful as well. All right. And even because if you think about it, some people who got like really bad diabetes, the real bad diabetics, they can't afford to get a cut or a scratch. They can't, all right, because that thing takes forever to heal. I know we're talking about an infection. Then let's just say you are a fish keeper and you got really bad diabetes, all right, and you catch an infection from an open cut, open sore from being in your fish tank. Bro, you talking about going through it? You really gonna go through it then. Think about it. You're a bad diabetic with an open sore, open cut. I know you got an infection from it, right? Bro, that's three things. Diabetic, the cut, and an infection. And like we talked about earlier, now you adding on to it, you got to go to the hospital, which is money, admission, medication, more money. And like what my man said, the afterthought, physical therapy, if worse comes to worse, even more money. So is it worth it to having a nice, beautiful, fresh saltwater tank? Is it worth it? Only we as individuals can determine that. If it's worth it, if it's worth the love and the passion behind it. Honestly, for me, I can't even say, bro. I can't even say if it's worth it or not. I just can't. I can't. I can't. You know. But like my man said, it's therapeutic, right? It's enjoyable. I love doing it. I love coming down here, man, feeding my fishes, man, looking at the tank, looking at my Niagara trigger right now, man. He doing good. You know what I'm saying? He coming out swimming, man, doing his thing. He growing too. You know what I'm saying? Looking at my lionfish, man, they all perched up, doing their thing. Got my corals over there opening up. Got my big boy tank right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Only the individual can figure that out. Okay. Only the individual can figure that out. And it can happen to anyone and everyone. But I can honestly say, man, I would hate to hear or see it happen to anyone. All right. And the video that I showed my man was fortunate enough that it didn't take him out. Thank God. But you know, I would hate to see it. I would definitely hate to see it. I would hate to see it. But it do happens. It do happens. It do happen. All right, so we're gonna actually go ahead, man, and actually wrap this up, man. Wrap this up. I think we had a deep talk about this, man. You know, definitely big shout out to Animal Instinct, man, to Coral Reef Car, you know what I'm saying, and Miss Estelle, man. Y'all been participating, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through with your boy, man. Talking about this topic, man. We're going in depth, we're going deep, man. And you know, next week Corey should be back. Well, he's actually coming back tonight. I think he's probably in Charlotte right now. I believe he's probably in Charlotte right now. So yeah, man. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming through, man, coming on the live stream, man, showing your love, man, showing your support, man. Again, your boy appreciate it, man. Thank y'all, man. I ain't nothing but love and respect, man. So to each and every one of y'all, man, please be careful out there. Please be careful, man, whether you have a fish tank or not. Please be careful, man. Watch your step. Watch how you handle your fishes, man. Watch how you do your everyday life. Because like I said again, man, I would hate for anyone to have such a nasty disease, a nasty infection, and got to have any part of their body cut off, or just going through therapy, going through surgery. Yeah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. All right. So again, definitely, big shout out, man, to you guys. Thank you so much for coming on, man, for rocking with your boy for an hour. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna have something to talk about next week. It's gonna be Corey back on the panel, man, and we're just gonna do it, man, and we're just gonna have some fun. All right. As always, family, want to tell y'all, man, peace out, God bless, and as always, man, don't block your blessing. All right. Peace out, family. We out.